All right, this is Rob again, Assisted Living Home Services. I'm going to do this third little video here about digital marketing and Google search for assisted living homes. Um, so in the last video, I talked about your brand being or your business name being searched here. So a consumer going in and typing in ABC Assisted Living and how those results work and how you could kind of easily get your brand presenting at the top of the results for that situation. But there's another, the more prevalent search criteria, I guess, it's and what we're talking about are people that don't necessarily have a brand that they're looking for, a particular home that they're looking for. They just have the need, right? So they're looking for assisted living. They don't know which home they're looking for yet. They want to see their options, but they know they have kind of a geographic target. They want to be in this area, and they know that they're looking for assisted living, or care home, or whatever keyword that they're going to use. So we kind of call that a geographic search, but it's somewhat generic. So it's service based. So I put in an example here. We searched Queen Creek Assisted Living, and the anatomy of the search is pretty much the same. We have the advertising here, and just a note on that. This is a very competitive space. Okay, you got a lot of companies, a place for mom, caring.com. Quite frankly, the cost of marketing for this space has gone up because of these guys. I would say they're all competing for that business, and that cost is getting passed on to the providers. That's just the way it is. I'll get into a little more details on that here in a second. I think the last time I looked, and it's been several years, but that an assisted living keyword, a variation of that keyword was probably in the $7 to $14 price range per click. I don't know what it is right now. Haven't looked at it in a while. So we have our advertising right here, that pay per click that I was just talking about. And then it does pull local results right here. And you can even buy advertising within this section, like the Enclave at Gilbert did right here. And then it categorizes these results here. There's kind of a complex algorithm that Google uses. It's basically directory listings, reviews, website links. It's fairly complex, but basically it tries to calculate the best results for that geographic area, and then it presents them here. You can click here and then get more in depth on that. But ideally, you want to be right here. If you're going to target this marketing, you want to kind of show up right here. So Arizona Sunset Living, assisted living, I think I looked at them in the earlier video. They're doing pretty well because they're being presented in the more generic search criteria, Queen Creek Assisted Living. So good on them. Montalina's doing well. Eden Estates. So then we come down here into our, again, organic search results for this search term, Queen Creek Assisted Living. Now here, I want to be honest with you. You got no chance of getting an assisted living home in a search results for this type of keyword. Let me back up. Let me not say no chance, but really for a group home, it's pretty much true. You may see some facilities pop up here, but pretty much it's going to be dominated by the referral agencies. And you can see that right here. You got Senior Housing Net. I think that's a place for mom. AssistedLiving.com, again, a place for mom. A place for mom here. Another entry about assisted living. I don't know who owns them. SeniorAdvice.com. Probably a lot of these are going to be a place for mom. They do this marketing where they develop multiple domains and then drive internet marketing strategies into those domains to dominate these search results. Yelp plays around a little bit. There's Seniorly, After 55, and then we have advertising again. We'll jump over. Here's Mesa Assisted Living. Same layout, advertising. We got some facilities that are performing well here for local search. And then again, the same thing. Internet referral Bohemus dominating right here. And then I did Gilbert, same story, Caring.com. Here we got Sunrise. They're actually targeting this keyword pretty well and having some success. Back to a Place for Mom, Spectrum, the Enclave. So here we have some centers showing up, but pretty much internet referral organizations. So I find it kind of interesting because there was a post the other day. I wasn't aware of this, but I guess Caring.com, back in the day, A Place for Mom, I think they were charging, I don't know if they called it a retainer or a deposit or what it was, but it was, at the time, it was refundable. We don't use A Place for Mom anymore, so I don't know how they're operating right now. But someone posted that Caring.com was charging $1,500 to become part of their network for the pleasure of doing business with Caring.com, if you could imagine. And people are paying this. I mean, if you're not savvy with internet marketing, you wanna get residents, and these guys look legit. You're going to give them the money and assume you're going to get residents. Well, the feedback was that a lot of people paid the money and didn't get residents. And I'm just speculating here. It's kind of curious to me now. I haven't done this analysis in a while, but it looks like for most of these, what we call a long tail keyword, Caring.com is performing pretty well and is in first place. So to stay there is pretty expensive. It's kind of an ongoing thing, and kind of think of it as this eternal race up a mountain, right? And you're always trying to stay ahead of your competitors, and they're constantly trying to catch you. So you have to constantly deploy internet strategies that are content development, targeting keywords, backlinking, getting pages on your website linked to from other websites or social media. So it's this race that never ends. And it's expensive. I mean, to hire content writers to write content that's specialized to resolving well towards Google, they don't do this just for the sake of providing all this information. Most of this information goes out there and it's never read, but it creates the search results. So let's just click this one, for example, and see where it takes us. This is number one position. We come in here and then it tells us 104, and it's got some verbiage, talks about Gilbert, and boom, there we go. And the idea here is to capture a lead. We click get pricing. We're curious about one of these outfits. We want to know how much it costs. We click get pricing and fill out a form, and boom, they got you. You're now a lead for Caring.com, and you're probably going to generate some revenue for them if they can get you pointed towards one of their providers. So that's why they try to grow their provider network. That's all. That's the two things they need to do: get you grow their provider network, and then capture leads. So let's jump back. But anyway, the whole prospect is pretty expensive, because to get your web page listed here in this top position for the keyword requires a lot of effort. It requires keyword analysis, content generation, and then you got to go out there and get the links to create domain authority so that Google likes your page and places it at number one position. So evidently what Caring.com right now is doing is, I'm assuming they don't like paying for that. So now they have come up with this idea that you spend $1,500 to become part of their network, and that's pretty nice, because now they don't have to spend their own money on maintaining their marketing machine. They can spend the provider's money. I'd never do it, but that's just me. So anyway, I kind of wanted to point out that concept and kind of talk through it a little bit, because that's what you're doing. Basically, you're paying the marketing cost for Caring.com to present your business for lead capture. So they're going to capture leads. They're going to charge you to empower them to get those leads, and then wherever those leads go in their provider network, they're going to charge again and charge a placement fee. So I guess it's good business if you can get it. I don't know. So I want to kind of talk about an alternative. So we know that to get results in, up here in highly ranked and organic search results takes effort and some expense and content generation. So, excuse me, how could we do that? How can we, cut that cord where we're being bled by these organizations to market for us? Well, Voss and I have come up with something, and that's the Senior Healthcare Solutions website. So we could do the same thing, and I think we could do it quite a bit cheaper than Caring.com because the strategy would be a little bit different. I mean, we target the same keywords, but we'd want to lift up all our directory listings and get visibility. And yeah, I guess in a sense we're going to compete with them, which means that we'd have to do that same kind of work. We'd have to backlink our listings and our pages. We'd have to create content and write our little articles, our 10 best assisted living homes in Santan Valley. Deploy all those same strategies to get this site resolving in search results like theirs are. But the thing is, I mean, it's raise the listings here are direct content. For those of you that are curious, as of about 2 months ago, every active assisted living home should be on our site. So you can search yourself, find yourself, claim your listing, and we want everybody to do that. You can get a basic listing on the website right now and upload some pictures and put your info in there, and there's no charge for that. But we're trying to figure out kind of how we can take the next step and provide an option where we can generate that marketing for direct content. So we want to do the same thing that Caring.com is, but we want to eliminate the placement fee. So we get a robust website that resolves well on Google search, and that requires an investment. But once that consumer hits the Senior Healthcare Solutions website, it's direct content. So that's the concept. Voss and I are going to be talking about this more, and it's not just going to be assisted living. We want all our senior healthcare partners to participate. But to accomplish that, we have to figure out, how we monetize a little bit to generate the revenue to pay the expense of resources needed for the website to get traction on Google search. So that's where we're at kind of in our planning stages and in our execution. But, for the time being, what I'm asking you guys to do today is use this site to get visibility for your organization. I'm going to jump over here and go to performance. The site has not been up long. We launched kind of in May, and we're starting to get some traction. And we're getting search results on keywords associated with group homes, some clicks, a fair amount of impressions. And, we want to grow this. We want this thing to be useful and beneficial and an economical option as opposed to some of these sites that are really gouging you guys. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, let you guys think about it. Voss and I will be talking about this more soon. If you have questions, hit me up, hit Voss up, and feedback, ideas, whatever we can do. We want to drive down marketing costs and maximize referrals and visibility for our care homes, our assisted living homes in the Arizona market. That's what our goal is. So if you have any thoughts on the matter, let me know. Thanks, guys.